Hi all, welcome to Raaonline. In this session, we will be dealing with onset as well as how to wean from cardiopulmonary bypass. In this next 30 minutes, I will be dealing with what are the various part of cardiopulmonary circuit, how you transit from normal physiology to cardiopulmonary bypass physiology, what are the various monitor you do during cardiopulmonary bypass, and how you terminate the cardiopulmonary bypass. Now coming to cardiopulmonary bypass circuit. This is the ascending aorta where you place the aortic cannula, and you have superior vena cava and inferior vena cava where you do a bicaval cannulation. One cannula goes to IVC, one cannula goes to the SVC, or you can cannulate just the right atrium where it is known as the right atrial cannulation, and blood from this IVC and SVC or the right atrium goes into the venous reservoir, and there is a filter to trap the air, and this venous blood gets oxygenated and goes to a arterial pump, and from there it exchanges through an heat exchanger, it goes to the arterial line to go into the systemic circulation. Basically, you have an oxygenator which does the lung function, and you have a pump which does the cardiac function. So, you are bypassing the heart and the lung. That is called the cardiopulmonary bypass. You take the blood from the systemic circulation and pump via the aorta into the systemic circulation. That is cardiopulmonary bypass circuit for you. As you transit from normal circulation to cardiopulmonary bypass, there is a new set of challenge for cardiac anesthesiologists. It starts with surgeon placing a bursting sutures in the ascending aorta for the placement of aortic cannula. Here, the most important thing is the patient blood pressure should be in control. If a patient blood pressure is high and if he takes a bursting, they might be bleeding in the suture line, which will be very difficult to control in the aortic line. So, the anesthesiologist should be very vigilant and maintain the blood pressure in a normal range so that the surgeon can peacefully put the cannula into the ascending aorta. That is very important. Normally, you maintain the blood pressure at a range of 90 to 110 systolic blood pressure for the ascending aortic cannulation. Now coming to prerequisite for cardiopulmonary bypass, usually we give 300 to 400 units per kilogram of heparin, and the target ACT which is required for starting the cardiopulmonary bypass is somewhere between 450 to 500 seconds. After the safe placement of the aortic cannula, the remaining venous cannula, that is IVC, SVC or a atrial cannula, will be placed by the surgeon. Once the bicaval cannulation and the aortic cannulation is done, the start of cardiopulmonary bypass happens. With the onset of cardiopulmonary bypass, you should look at the aortic inflow pressure. There should not be any sign of inadequate venous pressure, and the cannula, aortic and venous cannula should be in proper position. These three things you should look at: the aortic inflow pressure, venous return, and the position of the aortic and the venous cannula. The anesthesiologist should check for persistently low arterial pressure, whether there is any unilateral bending of the face, swelling in the neck vein, face or conjunctiva. Now coming to the small portion of the cannula, this is the normal correct portion of the cannula. It is somewhere midway between the root and the arch of aorta. Here the cannula is already gone beyond the arch vessels. That is not correct. The cannula can be misdirected into the arch vessel. That is also not correct. Or the cannula might be too small for the aorta, where they can have a jet effect. Sometimes the venous cannula can be kinked. These are all the various mechanical problem you face with the cannulation of the aorta and the vena cava.